say if we were here and there was a crowd of people, we usually get about 200 people.
Wow.
Which is why, I mean, we knew we couldn't have a group.
That's fantastic.
But I would say that we're here looking at resolutions 2022, the Hillsborough Gallery of Art's 7th annual statewide juried show. That's a lot to say in one sentence.
Yes.
With Linda Doherty, the chief curator
Yes.
of the North Carolina Museum of Art in Raleigh, who is here to help select or to make the selections for our 3 awards. And I was explaining that indeed these artists come, I know that there are 2 from Wilmington. We have Winston-Salem, and going west.
Charlotte.
Oh, okay, Southwest. And we've had folks as far west as Asheville. I don't know that this year we quite made that reach.
So how many artists
There.
submitted work this year?
We had over 80 artists with 160 odd pieces.
They each could submit 2.
Fantastic.
Out of which were selected 37 pieces of art.
And who selected the 37 pieces?
So we have an internal panel of jurors, and it rotates through because we really want all of our members to first of all learn how to be jurors.
Oh, that's great.
So part of our doing this is to expand the gallery, but also to provide opportunities for emerging artists and others to experience a jury show. Not everybody does that.
Well, that's fantastic.
To learn how to present your work, how to do it. So we have a panel that rotates through generally from 7 to 10 members. And we use an online platform, online jury show. And the task, so it's all done digitally and anonymously. They see only the images.
Oh, that's great.
And with enough practice by now, folks learn how to step back and to judge just that piece of work, not remember who the artist is,
Right.
or so
To
we're
really
not
be
jurying the
objective.
artist, just that piece of
The
work.
actual work.
And over the years, we've seen the submitting artists improve their photography, improve the way they present the work.
So you have artists who submit every year.
A number that do, and a
That's
number
great.
end up being selected, even when
Over
the panel
time.
is made up of different people. So Lynn and I administer the show, but we don't vote. We just, manage the
process.
Right. We oversee it. And the head of our aesthetics committee, Lola Guthrie, is the one who works with the jury and trains our jurors, and also installs the show.
Oh,
So
what a great experience. Well, as you can imagine, I have lots of artists approach me all the time, and younger artists are constantly asking, like, how do I get my work seen? And the first thing I say is submit your work to a juried show. Like as many juried shows as you possibly can, because you never know, one, who the juror is going to be, who's going to see your work, and then it just gives you a chance to go through that process and see what it's like. So I think it's wonderful that you're doing this.
Well, thank you. It really is kind of a mission for the gallery because we're sort of fond of this space. This is special space, and there are only 2 times a year that we open it to outside members. One being the Guild show when the studio tour is going on, and the second being this. And it's an act of generosity on for our members because we
to
step
keep it
back.
over.
Yeah, and encourage. It becomes kind of an interesting way for us to meet new artists.
Exactly.
Over the years, we've gotten several new members through this. They've become acquainted with us and us with their
That's
work.
perfect.
What's different this year? It's been interesting to see how COVID shows up.
Yes, I was also interested
there were a couple
in seeing
pieces.
how it's going to start revealing itself.
Well, and, in the
and
painting,
the still life.
yes, that artist is actually a nurse.
Oh,
And so it was
I wondered
interesting.
about that.
It was interesting.
This one was it was a nurse
Oh,
as well.
was a nurse.
Oh,
Right.
really?
Yep.
That's a good point, Lynn.
Oh,
Yes.
that's fascinating.
2 medical workers.
Yeah, I always think about things like this, like how long it takes for it to start appearing. Is it like immediate, or is it something people kind of sit on and then?
Well, we were
bring it
struck
out?
by how much work quickly came. You know, our entries just flooded in. And I think that artists, like people buying art, I guess, really had been making art and waiting for a chance
To show it.
To show it. And so
Yeah.
that, but it is interesting that some was so specific. The other thing that's really different this year is how much 3D work we have.
Oh, really?
And also how topical
Mhm.
we were able to be, which I think was kind of cool.
Yeah, it's usually a much smaller percentage, which for the 3D artist,
For 3D.
it felt really good. I love that we have interesting sculpture this year.
Oh, that's great.
So, Linda, if we walk around perhaps on the camera, you would
Mhm.
identify